Make 7 work for you. I know a lot of people think 7 is a lucky number. I'm all about it. That's cool. I like it. Um, but 7 has a lot of positive connotations to it as well. And I just wanted to shine a light on where 7 pops up in other areas of your life, especially when it comes to perspective shifting. So, the first 7 minutes that you wake up in the morning is the most important time for you to pay attention and sort of, oh my gosh, I just lost track. The first 7 minutes right after you wake, your brain is in a soft, suggestible state. It's easy to program in a message in that first 7 minutes of waking up. Before the phone tells you who you are, before the TV tells you how bad the world is, you give it a script. You speak a 12-word intention, then do a 60-second action that matches it. So, in other words, or for example, so this 60 seconds plus 7, excuse me, 12 seconds. Oh my gosh. The 12 words plus 60 seconds little tool is an effective 60-second morning ritual. So it involves saying a 12-word mantra to set your intentions for the day. And then the ritual focuses on mindful actions and affirmations to improve focus, reduce stress, and cultivate a positive mindset. If you can start your day off in a positive mindset, that's huge. That's a huge win. Because a lot of times I know when I wake up, my brain just automatically goes to spinning out, thinking about what I got to do today, what bills are due, what am I going to do about this issue over here, how am I going to take care of that over there. Like my brain just jumps right back into to that crazy cycle. So if you can actually take control of that first 7 minutes and say, no, we're not doing that today. Today, I'm going to, and then here's a couple of mantras that, for example, you do whatever you want. These are just examples, um, and an example for the ritual. So for 10 seconds, breathe deeply. As you sit up in bed, take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. And this simple action helps calm your nervous system and signals the start of a new day. For 20 seconds, you can speak your mantra. That's the 12-word sentence. So the 12-word mantra, you say it out loud or in your head, whichever you prefer. Focus on each word and its meaning. And this mantra can be personalized. You can put it in any intention in it that you want. Just create a 12-word sentence. That's your mantra, your intention for the day. You can, for example, I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy, I am ready to shine. That's one that you can get up, and if you start saying that to yourself and try to keep focused on that for 20 seconds, 60 seconds, keep it back there in your head. Then 30 seconds, stand with intention. So stand up, stretch your arms, bring down slowly, and envision that you're drawing the power of the universe down into your body. Positive energy, just intentionally, though, move your hands and arms so that you feel like you're directing the energy. And just that little practice helps you start your day consciously, which is huge. Consciously. So you don't go to sleep throughout the day. Now, I'm not talking about physical sleep. I'm talking about you fall back into old routines and you just wander through life like, oh, this is happening today. Oh, I got to go here today. Oh, I need to go do that today. And you have all these conversations going on in your head that half the time you don't even notice, don't even pay attention to. And that is where the glitch is. That broken record is the glitch. But you can fix it. That's huge. So it sets your intention. It chooses your focus rather than immediately just reacting to external stimuli. So you prioritize your internal state before allowing the outside world to interrupt your focus. Prioritize your internal state. Set a positive tone. cultivate mindfulness. Start paying attention when you hear, um, when your thoughts are racing, or your thoughts are taking you down a path you don't want to go to. Um, Start paying attention, becoming aware that that's even happening, because most of the time we're not even paying attention and know that it's happening. That's Sorry, I just hit the desk. That's where we get derailed. So that's the morning. The first 7 minutes of the morning is when your brain is the most like a sponge and will soak up anything you want to feed into it. You can do a midday reset. When stress spikes, run 1 minute of 4-7-8 breathing. So you inhale 4 seconds, hold 7 seconds, exhale 8. It drops your nervous system, and it brings you down to, so your choices aren't made by panic. It's you just centered, and you just slowed down your thoughts and took control of that again. And then every 7 days, humans run on a weekly rhythm. So do a 7-minute review. What worked, what didn't, one tweak for the next week. Do it weekly, because that will get you into that routine, and that is always better than randomly doing something, random effort. So every 7 days. And then 7 hours of sleep. No hustle points for sleep deprivation, by the way. Most adults do best around 7 to 9 hours. 7 is a common sweet spot. So sleep isn't lazy, it's when your brain rewires. Sleep is important. If you can focus on getting 7 hours of sleep every night, that's another little gem that is helpful. And then the first 7 years of our lives, our filtering system is barely online. Probably, I would venture to say it starts off not online and then just develops. But stuff comes in as truth, voices, rules, fears, your parents, your community, your family, your whatever. That explains some of your reflexes, because it was put in your brain before you even had any filters to decide whether you wanted to believe that or not believe that. You wanted to keep that or not keep that. It's just going into your brain, full on, unfiltered, stays there. That's the first 7 years of life. So that's a lot of programming. But that explains, again, some of your reflexes. And it's not destiny. Plasticity sticks around. So you can rewrite those programs that were put in there. It's just becoming aware of, and becoming aware, I just mean pay attention. If you're all of a sudden you're feeling afraid or nervous or anxious, or, if you're feeling some kind of heaviness or some kind of negativity in your body somewhere, stop for a minute and go, hey, where's that coming from? What am I thinking that's creating that reaction in my body? Because that's always how it works. So you'll be thinking about something. You might be stressing about how am I going to pay the bill, or stressing about how am I going to get my car fixed, or, you name it. There's 1,800,000 different, I know, anyway, there's a ton of ways to stress. And when we do it, a lot of times we don't even know why we're stressing, or why we're afraid, why we're angry. What is happening is this just popped up out of nowhere. It's coming from here, and it's your broken record, but you're not listening, and you're not paying attention to what that broken record is telling you. You're just letting it go on and ramble away up there, kind of like I'm rambling in this video. But seriously, that voice, you're having this conversation, and it just goes off the rails, and you're not doing anything to stop it. We're just walking around like, what? Nothing to see here. Exactly. There's a ton to see there. Pay attention. Otherwise, you are nothing to see here, because then you're just a zombie walking through life like nothing matters, or nothing I can do about it. Nothing. I don't have any control over this shit. I can't change anything, so screw it. Well, that's not true. You can. You just have to choose to, and then you have to do the work, okay? So meditating and, walking, grounding, getting out in nature, that sort of thing is all wonderful things. Now, I know that a lot of you think that that's kind of woo-woo, and meditation is woo-woo, and manifesting is woo-woo. That's a whole, opinion that lurks around in the world. The problem with that is anybody that thinks that obviously hasn't gone down the rabbit hole to find out exactly what meditation and manifesting and grounding and all of those things, what does that even mean? Because there's a lot of misconstrued perceptions out there of what it actually means. It's not woo-woo. It's actually science. It's the way our brains work physically and emotionally and energetically in our bodies. It's science. It's not woo-woo. So if you go and read about the science side of things, it'll take that whole, that's just for people who are and running around in robes and stuff. No, no, it's not. Okay. So read, or listen to an audiobook, something, but find a good source. Find a good source and read the science. Learn the science behind all of this and give it some thought. I think you'll find it's not woo-woo at all. And it actually works when it's done right. Okay, so for 7 days, the next 7 days, you can do the morning 12 words plus 60 seconds ritual. As soon as you wake up, get that brain focused, set your intention for the day. Midday, just take a minute of 4, 7, 8 breathing, 4 seconds in, 7 hold, 8 out. Nightly, do a 7-minute ritual. Well, not nightly. At night, you could do a 7-minute weekly style. Let's do weekly micro review. And then nudge sleep towards 7 hours when you can. Get at least 7 hours of sleep. Get 7 hours of sleep exactly if you can. You don't have to be that specific. But you get what I mean. Because I don't want to make this hard. Am I making this hard? I feel like I'm making this hard. I feel like I'm rambling again. Okay, but your brain loves same. So it makes sense that your brain is trying to keep everything the same. And so make same a string of small wins. Notice, name, nudge, repeat. Notice, name, nudge, repeat. So notice what you're saying to yourself. Nudge it the different direction into a more positive state. Or name it first. What is this? This is fear. This is anger. This is what, and then nudge it towards something positive, and then just keep repeating that. And here's the work. It's a daily thing. It's a daily thing. Like, you have to do this. You don't have to. If you want to change your life in a positive way, you can't just sit and wish for it. It's not manifesting. It isn't just sitting there going, oh, I want $1 million, and ploof, $1 million falls in your lap. No. Come on. We're all adults here. I think we're past those days when we used to sit around saying shit like that about because things we don't understand, making fun of things we don't understand, minimalizing things we don't understand. Today, there's no excuse for any of that because there's no reason to not understand, really. I mean, come on. If you haven't, have you met the internet? There's a lot of shit. There's some really interesting stuff out there on the internet. AI. Say what you will about AI, but there's an awful lot of good stuff in there lurking around. You can get a lot of really good information. So, anyway, I digress. So, that is what sevens mean to me. I'm doing the work on a daily basis, and I'm loving it. Actually, I enjoy it. It's going really well. I can feel things shifting. I'm definitely shifting some perspectives, for sure. Now I hope that if I share enough of that with you guys, you'll shift some of your perspectives. And so I just want to drop a video today. I know this was kind of a longer one because I get off track sometimes, off the rails sometimes. Hi, my name is Wendy. Have you met me before? Okay, so you understand. If you know me, then you're like, yep, we know. We already know, girl. Okay, so my book, Shift Your Perspective, Change the World, is available on Amazon. I would love, please, for some people to grab my book. I'm pretty proud of it, and there will be more coming soon, and there's more in the making. They're just short little books. It's a quick read. I'm not asking you to read like, a huge essay or something, a 14, 15 page 15,000 page thing. It's a little bitty book, but it has a lot of impact. It's got big impact, I hope. That's the plan. But I need you guys to help me with that. So if I can get my message out, get these videos out, get my book out into the world, the more people have that. I'm not saying I'm a guru. Oh gosh, no. No, I am very much in the practice, okay? I am very much in the work of this whole spiritual journey and this thing we call life. There's so much to learn. But I'm proud to be in it because that's where you are. You're always going to be in it until the day you die. And then you'll be in it just in a different place, in a different way. That's what I think anyway. So get in the work because it's fun actually. Once you decide what it is that you're doing this for, the work becomes easy and fun. Easier and fun, not always easy. So I did ramble. I rambled way too much. Okay, I'm going to go now. Now I have to go back and listen to this whole thing again. Do I want to do that? You know what? I think I'm going to put this raw video out there and let you guys get a good laugh out of it, if nothing else. At least I gave you a good laugh. If you didn't learn anything else from me, here's a good chuckle for the day. But please go grab my book and like and follow and, subscribe and all that stuff. Join the movement. BChangeUSeek.com. You can go look that up. But it's a tricky spelling, so make sure you check that out on my channel. It's B, anyway, look at the spelling. Okay, so I've rambled enough. Thanks for listening, if anybody did. And if not, I had a good conversation with myself and the universe. Bye-bye.